Every single morning for the past 4 years plus, I have utilized a certain drink. And the reason I do that is because I can't find foods that would ever meet the quality standards that I have for myself. Because once we start getting into the big world and we eat out and we have to compromise, it really comes down to compromising. I don't have to compromise on this drink because I choose the very highest quality, non-GMO, organic, clean, no sugar. All the things that I value as far as supporting the nutrition of the body can be done with a drink, and it can be done in 5 minutes. Absolutely required healthy, clean water, because we are now exposing ourselves to hundreds, not dozens, but hundreds of very, very toxic chemicals in tap water. One of the reasons is because the pharmaceuticals that people intake when they go to the bathroom, they're not being filtered out. So when you drink tap water, you're drinking the upstream people's pharmaceuticals. Not good. So I rely on this particular carafe type of filtration called ProPure, and the reason is because almost no filtration is what I call good enough to reduce the contaminants like fluoride in pharmaceuticals. This is one of the few filters I have ever seen that will reduce fluoride by about 80%. Fluoride is the teeniest molecule there is, and when it can reduce something like fluoride, it can take all the bad stuff out. So to me, that is the gold standard. It works by gravity. I fill it up in the morning. It takes 2 hours and it will filter the water down. It is delicious tasting, and I'm very confident, and it's only about 60 bucks. The basic core of any meal drink has to be protein, in my opinion, and there are many good brands, some that are inferior brands, but there's 2 that I use, one of which is Dr. McCullough's Miracle Whey, because it has colostrum and it's also no sugar, and the sweeteners are very healthy. They're not using any chemical sweeteners. And so I'll use 2 scoops of that. It gives me about 22 grams of protein. That's about what I know, or I believe, is all the body can utilize in one single setting. Then we all need fiber. So I use the ground flax seed that's organic, put about 3 tablespoons in the drink. Of course, that's going to help manage cholesterol, helps to maintain regularity and all the things that fiber can do, and build the probiotic family. Green Vibrance is probably one of my most favorite products of all time because it is equivalent to 6 servings of organic green vegetables. I so value this type of product because there's almost impossible that I could harvest or I could go out and find this even in the best grocery stores on a regular basis. And Green Vibrance contains such a plethora of herbal and vegetable and phytochemicals that protect our body, allow detoxing, which is huge because we have to get toxins out because we're living and swimming in probably the most contaminated world that we have ever had. And Green Vibrance has all of it together with probiotics. And despite the fact there's 100 companies making green drinks, I have used all of them, and to me nothing has equaled Green Vibrance at this point. I will use either unsweetened almond milk, but these past few months I've been doing very well with goat milk, and this is commonly found now, thank goodness. So I will mix half water and half goat milk every morning. The king of antioxidants is for food is berries. If you purchase or utilize things and foods that are high in sweetening taste, it's going to be counterproductive to your health because of all the impact that carbohydrates have. So I only use either raspberries organic, blackberries organic, or blueberries organic. Those are the only 3. I encourage always to use organic because berries cannot be washed off of these harmful pesticides. And then lastly is something called MCT oil. MCT oil stands for medium chain triglycerides, and it is something that the body uses very effectively for fuel, for energy, but also the brain runs very well on this stuff. And even though it's called triglycerides, it's totally healthy. It will not elevate any bad numbers. It will give you long-lasting energy and reduce cravings. And when mixed with protein, if people need to lose body fat, it is one of the most effective products I have ever seen. What I do with this combination of pills is I try to address all the components of natural aging and what prevents inflammation, because we now know in regard to heavy duty research that almost all chronic diseases have a basis in inflammation, and that includes plaque in your arteries, Alzheimer's in your brain, arthritis. Almost everything is connected to this. So I have a core philosophy of eating a diet that's low inflammatory, which is like the drink that I do for breakfast and other foods during the day. But a bigger part is actually the supplementation part of this. Omega-3 is number one, even though some people don't classify it. It is very important to have the proper amount in very toxic-free form. And that means that you need to be cautious about the brands that you purchase. We look out for all of that, I do. But there are special herbs, one called astaxanthin. It's actually miraculous for preserving memory and keeping you physically strong. And it is an antioxidant and an anti-inflammatory. And then my newest one is boswellian and curcumin. Those two are the heavy hitters that I think everybody past the age of 40 should probably be on. And simply because I take anti-inflammatories, I'm not specifically doing it for pain. I'm doing it because I understand that is what creates fast aging, is inflammation. So I want to reduce that by my lifestyle, my foods, and my supplements.